Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Libra, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never solicit for private readings. I do offer private readings, and information about that, if you'd like to sign up, can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, along with a link to make any donations, which I would truly appreciate. So, Libra, I am doing your reading today with the Abstract Futures Tarot and getting an oracle card from the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle deck by Stacey DeMarco. So I've been using her oracle decks in the past few series of readings, and I love them. So we're just going to keep going with that. So, well, Libra, right off the bat, no hesitation. You got number 19, which represents the sun energy. But ironically, the card is darkness. So the word is Nyx at the bottom, and above here it says darkness. But there's this beautiful light in the center. Number 19 refers to the sun card in the major arcana of the tarot. So right there, it's just very interesting that we would have that dichotomy for you. So it could refer to eclipse energy. So the next time we have a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse, the light and the dark kind of joining forces, there may be a period of time that is significant for you. It's almost like I see her, I think it's, or I see this character almost as if it's a shaman or shamanistic character, but a celestial shaman, a cosmic shaman, somebody who, you know, is a starseed, who, you know, it's a person on Earth, perhaps somebody you know, that has like a cosmic a cosmic connection, a cosmic tie that is very prominent. I'm having all sorts of like things with my throat chakra right now. I don't know if you're feeling like it's a difficult, I actually experienced this a little bit with Gemini, but with Gemini, my words were getting confused. And with you, it's almost like I'm losing my voice. So could that be something that you're experiencing right now? A loss of autonomy, a loss of empowerment, or the feeling of a loss of empowerment because you cannot speak clearly or you cannot speak up about something. You know, when I see these two kind of energies coming together like this, it reminds me of that scene in Harry Potter, like the last fantastic great battle between Voldemort and Harry. You know the one I'm talking about, where, you know, it's the Elder Wand and the whatever wand, and the wands are coming together, and they're just like battling each other. It's like, who's gonna win, the light or the dark, Libra? Gonna pull 4 cards for your base spread, 4 cards for clarifier. And we shall see what we see. Okay, 2 more, 1 more. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So, Libra, right off the bat, you have 5 major arcana. It's only 8 cards that are on the table. Major arcana refers to the first 22 cards of the tarot deck. They're big energies. They're divinely guided energies. When we see a major arcana card come out in your reading, it represents Spirit's hand is heavily involved. Minor arcana are the little details, the smaller energies that you and I can affect in our daily lives, right? Both of them are important, especially because we have free will. They're both important. But the fact that you have 5 major arcana, it's pretty incredible, but it also shows me that, like, don't take this the wrong way, but it's like you need a lot of help. like you've been really struggling, and Spirit is here. Spirit wants to help you. Okay, so in your past energy, you got the 2 of Pentacles, clarified by the 6 of Wands in the reverse. 2 of Pentacles is a card of multitasking and juggling and like trying, I just heard trying to make ends meet, trying to have all the plates spinning, everything going at once. It's like I see all the burners on the stove going, and it's like Thanksgiving, and you're having to time all of the dishes so that they come out cooked, ready to go by the time everybody sits down. If you've ever cooked Thanksgiving dinner before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I have cooked Thanksgiving dinner single-handedly on many occasions. Not lately, but I have. It is really difficult to pull it all off. And this is what I see here, right? Like I almost see it's like you're balancing 2 things on your shoulders, the oven mitts in your hands, you're like got some things at your feet. It's like comical almost. Like you're a cartoon and you're just trying to like balance everything. And something didn't work out. 6 of Wands in the reverse is victory in reverse. So at least not in your perception. And perhaps that's key here because Spirit wanted me to clarify that. Maybe you don't think you were successful, but it doesn't mean you weren't. Does that make sense? It's like you're being hard on yourself kind of energy. Being hard on yourself. What was this about, Spirit? Let's clarify further, please. Got 2 cards flipped out. Ace of Cups, 6 of Swords. That's 2 6s now. Double 6. Very divinely guided, right? Very few cards on the table and lots of synchronicities already. Ace of Cups is a brand new beginning of love, of passion, of creativity from Spirit. Your brand new beginning. 6 of Swords, after you moved away from something that was no longer serving you, from moving from choppy waters to calm waters, that's how they like to refer to it. Progressing forward into a new future. This is all your past energy. So I can see that you moved away from something. You exited a situation that wasn't working out for you to try and have this like beautiful new beginning. And from what I can see, yes, it was a beautiful new beginning, but there could have been a lot of juggling here and you didn't feel like, you know, it came up roses, like it just didn't. It's not to say that it was bad. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that in terms of your own expectation, it may look different than what you thought it was going to be. And yet, strangely, at the same time, it could have been exactly what you asked for. Right? So, what's going on in your present energy? You have the Hierophant in reverse. Major Arcana number 5 represents Taurus energy, along with the High Priestess in reverse. Major Arcana number 2 represents Pisces energy. So, like, let's just look at them in the upright for a moment. The Hierophant, they call, sorry, I don't know why I'm having issues holding them upright. The Hierophant typically represents a spiritual authority. So like a pope or a pastor, a rabbi, or, you know, some position of authority, but usually involves something that is not of this world, right? But it can also represent rules and structure. And then you have the high priestess. She sits at the veil between worlds. She's very, very psychic. She's all-knowing, all-seeing, but says nothing. She's very, very quiet, mute. But it doesn't take much for her to step in between worlds. So I kind of liken this to being able to walk into a room full of strangers and read the energy in the room, right? I have the ability to do that. I can read the energy in the room. I can also affect the energy in the room with my own behavior, which has sometimes not been so great for me. Right? So it's just picking up on vibrations, picking, like even here, it just looks like a lot of vibrations, right? But the high priestess is totally in alignment. And actually in the major arcana, these two are counterparts to each other. But you got them both in reverse in the present energy. So remember when I was talking about this card as being shaman-like, right? So cosmic, my head is tingling right now. The idea of a shaman is great, wise one, someone who is connected to the earth, somebody who is connected to the pulse of all living things, and draws upon that energy to reveal wisdom, to reveal how one can heal themselves, or what the perils are, and how we can overcome those perils by connecting more with ourselves and with the universe, right? But I saw this as kind of a cosmic shaman. That this is the same thing that's happening with these two characters. They're meant to be connected to source energy very specifically, and you have them both in the reverse. So it's telling me that you have these abilities in a great amount of power, with a great amount of power. So you could be psychic, you could be somebody who is versed in divination, you could be a seer, you could see spirits, you could have prophetic dreams, be a prophet, but you're disconnected with it right now. It's almost like there's battle happening and you're like at odds with one another. It's like the yin and the yang, you're kind of out of sorts. They're fighting each other, right? Just like Voldemort and Harry. They're just absolutely at odds. But the cosmic shaman kind of knows this was a battle that was meant to be fought, right? The whole premise of Harry Potter is just like there was some part of his destiny that he knew he was going to have to face off with Voldemort someday. And yet Voldemort was a part of who he was, right? It's this idea that we can never truly escape the darkness, because the darkness is also part of who we are, just as the light is. There is no light without darkness. They belong together. So how do you use those two powers, right? The cosmic shaman knows and is asking you to draw upon that kind of magic energy right now within you. That sounds kind of crazy, probably, to, well, maybe not. Let me give you some more credit. I mean, you are watching a tarot reading, but like, maybe Libras, air signs in general, they like to have some facts. They like to have things that back up these findings and back up these suppositions, right? Like, how can, what are you just talking about, magic or whatever, right? Well, you don't have to believe me. Just ask yourself the question, have you ever walked into a room where you could just suss out somebody, and maybe you didn't think it was magic, maybe it was just like they looked shady, or I could tell I was gonna like her, or I could tell he was a good egg. I could tell. Well, but how? Like, you don't know anything about them. It's not like you had their LinkedIn profile or whatever it is. You had feelings, you had premonitions, you had instincts that kicked in. And that is kind of what this shaman is calling you to do right now. It's almost like she's like sending me messages through this imagery to you, right? To give to you. It's just like, tell them about their capabilities, tell them about, you know, what they need to harness, tell them about their hang-ups with their own power. Like, you could have reservations about using your power, using these instincts, using these gut feelings, you know, heart over head decision making. It might be foreign to you. Less so with Libras, though. I have a Libra North Node, and because of that, I'm surrounded by Libras. I have Libras on all sides. I can't get away from Libras. And not that I want to, most of the time, but they're so different for me, right? And Libra's in my North Node, so it's like a place of learning for me. But because I know so many beautiful Libras, I've learned that of all the air signs, they are the ones that are concerned with, it's not to say that air signs aren't concerned with their happiness, but how air signs approach happiness may be slightly different than how a water sign would approach it, or a fire sign. So air signs just like to, you know, they like to have all their ducks in a row. They like to be strategic about things. They like to have a plan in place. That's fine. That's not saying there's nothing bad about that. But sometimes it's kind of like we gotta go with what feels right. And what feels right could be based on experience. That's fine too, right? That kind of, well, because I experienced this in the past, I'm no longer going to choose that route because it didn't turn out to be the best option for me. Great. But you may get to this point of sophistication with your intuition where you don't even have to have all of that like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, make a list. It's just, I know what I know what I know. I'm going to ask for one more card of clarifier on that one. 7 of Wands. Well, you're protecting yourself against it. Okay. It intimidates you. Sometimes your connection with spirit. It scares you sometimes. That's okay. 7 of Wands is a card of blocking. It's a card of slight defensiveness. Or maybe your own power doesn't scare you, but you can't let everybody see it. As Libras are very private too. Maybe you don't want everybody to see it, but because it's like you're undercover about it, you can't really flaunt it. You can't really put it out there. You can't let too many people know because you feel like they'll all come after you. I don't, like, look at this. I see this energy again. See? It's like that crisscrossing energy again. Do you feel like, you know, they're gonna, it's like coming at you from all sides? I have the sun, it's like breaking through my blinds here. Is it weird? Is it distracting? It's fine. We'll be okay. So there could be, it could be a little bit of self-protection. I understand that. I understand that. It's kind of weird sometimes to, like, do what I do. Like, I have a regular job, you know, like, and that requires me to be very, very grounded. And I would think or hope, like, people that work with me find me to be a pretty grounded person, like really rooted in the real. So, like, when I start talking about tarot and spirit and whatever, it's kind of weird for people. I mean, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm just projecting that. I do think it's a little distracting. Hold on a second. Hold on. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. It was a little distracting. Looked like a zebra. Okay. In your future energy, though, something quite astounding. You got the Wheel of Fortune and the Star. I mean, can I please have this for my future? How beautiful is this energy? Both major arcanas, both in the upright. This is the card of good fortune, good luck, prosperity, abundance. This is a card of healing and wish fulfillment. Does it get any better than this? If you just threw the sun in there, then it would just be like, game over. Go buy a lottery ticket, right? Like, I mean, you already won the lottery as far as spirit is concerned. This is such beautiful energy, and it's waiting for you, right? It's waiting for you, but there is some clarity. There needs to be some clarity about what is it that you're wishing for, Libra? What is it that you want? I'm gonna ask Spirit, what is it in reference to? So you got two cards, Three of Swords in reverse and the Eight of Wands. So quick communication, quick action, and the Three of Swords in reverse. I think this is the first time I've had the Three of Swords come out in a reading with this series of readings. Three of Swords is the heartbreak card. This is one of the hardest cards in the deck to get besides the Ten of Swords. Heartbreak, heartache, disappointment, just could represent being a little depressed, and it's in reverse, right? So moving past this quickly now, moving past this energy. Determination is what I see. Determination, and Spirit has their hand in it. Spirit is bringing this to you. You know, I heard, but I want to say that this has to do with, Spirit is here. My ear is tunneling. It's like your spirit guides came and just put their hand right on my ear. What I was going to say was, this has to do with the manifestation that you set a while ago. It's finally coming true. Like, so something, I don't know if you wrote something down in a journal, you put something underneath your pillow, you did a moon ritual and, burned it and said, Spirit, make it come true. I don't know what it is, but they came in right at that moment when I was thinking that it's a manifestation that you had from a while ago. Divine timing is allowing it to come in for you. This is in your future energy. What's your advice from Spirit? Chariot card in reverse. First time I've seen the Chariot card come out. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So this is your advice from Spirit, right? It's almost like Spirit is saying, yes, this is absolutely coming, and it's absolutely coming in divine timing. However, a little stalled right now because you are unable to extend your hand out to grab it. Chariot card is the major arcana, number 7, which represents Cancer energy. It's the victory card, right? And here in the past energy, you got the victory card in the minor arcana in reverse. These two cards mirror each other. This is the minor arcana, this is the major arcana. Both of them, the victory cards, are in reverse for you in this reading. So Spirit is saying, don't be doubtful that, number one, this Ace of Pentacles, this new beginning, these new opportunities, this new abundance, wealth, finance, good health, don't doubt that it's coming in for you. Spirit has it. It's like their hand is out. It's just that your hand needs to grab. And part of that could be, this belief that you deserve it. Often we, it's crazy. This leaf fell off of one of my plants, actually the plant right there, the plant behind me. I want to say, I don't think I'm even kidding, I think 3 weeks ago. And it's just been sitting on this little plate. No water, no nothing. And it's still alive. Like, it's still beautiful. It's still beautiful. And Spirit wanted to point that out to me, that there's a part of you that has been either running on empty for a while now. Maybe it's energetically speaking. And it's your time to grab hold of what is energetic sustenance, to allow it to come in, to move towards it, and allow it to move towards you with the Chariot card. So these cards are in reverse, so it's kind of like saying that, have faith, like it's coming. Just reach out your hand. The minute that you see it, you will recognize it when it comes, whatever this opportunity is. When it comes, just grab it with both hands. It could be a person, a conversation, a phone call, an email, an actual item, right? A happenstance, whatever it is. Be in the attitude of gratitude, because it's really, really beautiful, right? And there was that period of darkness that you had to move into. There was a battle that you had to fight, right? The Cosmic Shaman is here, but she's overseeing everything. It was meant to be. So now, you know what? Remember when I said the only thing that would make this better is the sun? The number 19 is the sun. You got it. You got it. That's a really beautiful reading, Libra. Some people did not get a reading like this, I'll just have you know. Libra, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Comment down below if this resonated with you, and please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thanks, Libra.